Misthalin Mystery is the story of a mystery that takes place in Misthalin. This quest can be started by speaking to Abigail and Yui in Lumbridge Swamp. Yui is busy bleeding out from stab wounds he acquired earlier. Him and Abigail were at a party at an abandoned mansion when a masked assailant attacked them and their friends. They ask Medio to investigate. So Medio, using his superior core strength to row to the creepy island, finds himself at the foot of the mansion, but the front door is locked. All that's left to do is investigate the outside area, but he can't escape the feeling he's being watched. It is here that the killer makes his first victim, as they stab an individual named Sid to death. He takes a while to die though. This is just one of the many instances where Jagex shows their blatant disregard for human life. The key to the front door is dropped in the rain barrel, and this gives us our in. While exploring the mansion, Medio comes across a young woman in a reading room. Suddenly, the killer comes out of the closet and starts absolutely slaying. He also makes his second victim. When Medio comes across an improvised explosive device, he immediately tries to light it on fire because that seemed like the best option for content, but the fuse was too damp. Though it shouldn't make a difference, lighting the candles allowed the bomb to be lit. Medio remarks that he only has a few seconds to move himself to safety. I decided on a different approach. Outside, Medio witnesses the killer make their third victim, and this is because they failed to answer a riddle correctly. I also fell for this, by the way. Before racing out of the scene, the killer leaves a note. The answer to this riddle can be found in the piano. Since the killer wants us D-A-E-D, that's also the sequence of the notes we have to play. I am actually somewhat of a master musician in real life, so I stuck around to play some classics. In the kitchen, Medio witnesses the fourth victim, Mandy, being stalked. She is a white person in a horror setting, however, so she leaves the Bandle's God sword on display. When the killer strikes once more, he leaves Medio his final note, which leaves him puzzled. What the hell is Heart H? On searching the hearth, Medio comes across a puzzle that awards him with yet another key. What follows is an epic showdown between him and the killer, where only tick-perfect PvM tactics will result in his victory. When Medio comes out on top, it's revealed that the killers are actually Abigail and Yui, the ones that put us on this path in the first place. Abigail reveals she is an underappreciated theater kid, tired of having to share the spotlight with heroic adventurers such as ourselves. It's worth noting that so far, the most adventure we've had is smuggling narcotics, the murder of an innocent gardener, and the shearing of sheep. Track record like that, I'd rather keep out of the spotlight. Yui and Abigail get into an argument because Abigail became the very thing she swore to destroy, and steals the limelight away from Yui. In response, Abigail shanks him, leaving her so distraught she leaves herself vulnerable to getting DDS specced in the back. Trying to leave the insanity behind him, Medio makes his way back to the boat, but before he can do that, a still alive Abigail tries to murder him. At this point, Mandy, who actually survived, one-taps Abigail to hell with the Bandle's God sword in hand. From this, we can infer that this girl has at least 75 attack. Grateful for our help, Mandy rewards us with 1 quest point, 600 crafting experience, and an uncut ruby, emerald and sapphire, amounting to almost 2000 in cash. Nice! Mandy keeps the Bandle's God sword, however, which is valued at around 70 million at the time of writing. Maybe the real Misthalin mystery that remains yet unsolved is why Mandy is such a stingy bitch.